so please stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger.
Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my life, sending the rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I've no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer.
'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Casting on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Good evening, everyone, and we are back on to the Rayuga Cup Season 1 brought to you by none other than Rayuga Esports. And this time, once again, we are here on to the lower brackets, and this is going to be the best of three elimination round between Team Megatron Esports going up against Team Godlike Esports. So, on to the casting next. On to my left, it is going to be none other than the handsome Solski, and on to the right, it's me, Itami, myself. So for this game, it is like for Megatron Esports, it was kind of a, let's say, it was quite of a rough road for them, for Team Godlike as well, because they were they actually ended up losing onto the top eight bracket, and they came up onto the lower bracket, which is the elimination round right now. And Godlike, despite being one of the best teams right now, are still kind of struggling when it comes to their momentum. But this could be the redemption arc for their side, because they are facing up Team Megatron Esports, one of the teams which is onto the elite leaderboards, and they have cemented their ways onto this tournament as well as onto the community as well because of their performances lately onto the recent tournaments too. So they have been quite consistent as well. Their lineup has been, excluding one or two members, it has been the same consistent lineup as well. So, Godlike Esports will be having the first pick advantage for this game. And most probably, they will be prioritizing the meta bans, let's say, and they will be prioritizing the heroes, which has been quite of hot picks right now. So, quick thoughts regarding this match, as well as, let's say, which could be the potential bans, as well as which could be the first pick priorities onto this game.
Well, as you mentioned, there's going to be a meta picks and meta bans. But I think there might be some respect bans coming in for the Megatron esports as well, because the last match, I mean, if you have seen the Tami, my brother, it was kind of pain to see what Team Godel did yesterday. So I mean, you learn from your mistakes. So I can see like a meta bans. There is Ocean is banned, Sora is banned, and I'm seeing I would say a pattern, if you ask me, because whenever Godel plays, they don't take Sora even if they have the first pick. They just ban the Baxia, a Sora, or maybe a Zushin, but Zushin is already banned, so they will ban either the Zaytian or maybe something else. So I think that's their game plan, like onto the whole tournament. Like, I'm not a big fan of the banning same heroes every single match, but I'm not playing, so obviously they have their own strategy. If you look at the Megatron esports, they have, I would say, a chance to ban a Fanny of the Van Satoru, because a Satoru is obviously freaking tough to play against, and Fanny is kind of an unfair hero in this map because she has the greatest potential to do to do. Okay, they banned a Yuzhong. I see. They don't want to give away the
Respect.
Yuzhong.
Like you said already, the respect bans could also be coming up from the side of Team Megatron, and they are actually doing it, considering the fact that that is one of the heroes that Romcom actually excels in. So they're not taking any risk, leaving out the Black Dragon and giving it to one of the users that is known for this hero as well as for the signature pick. So Godlike, they are just going out for the regular bans as well, and most probably banning out the carry out so early might just be meaning that instead of the assassins, they might be planning out for a utility kind of a draft. So they can be combining it with a Kalia, which is still open. So Megatron Esports, whether they will be banning it out or just leaving the Kalia out is going to be one of the questions. Potentially most of the matches I did notice they try to prioritize the Kalia or maybe the Eve forbid. That is what mostly like revolves around the draft of Godlike.
And the Eve is coming up if you ask me. And also, they still left out the Fanny. Okay, they banned the Freya. They don't wanna. I would say I would say it would be a great trade if you give away the Eve and you get either the I would say two meta heroes, that is the Grok. But still, if you have the Grok, you can give away the Kalia as well. If they go for the Eve in the first pick, if they opt for this, this Kalia, you have the Grok open for Megatron esports that can actually make be a meat shield for the pick of com that Eve is actually famous for. Okay, they again going for this Clot first pick. Neither. I think art is just saying I'm fine with either the Grok or the Kalia. So just go with something else. Still, an Eve is open. A Eve is open, and also I think there is a slight chances the team Megatron Esports might go for a bombo combo combination kind of a draft. They might go for the Grok because Grok is actually kind of a, I would say, good hero to play against Tech Lord because you have the texture that can actually disrupt that blazing duet. Plus, if you in the mage, there is Eve is also open, so that kill box combination can also help you. But if you play Eve against Tech Lord, you gotta be very careful of your positioning. Still, a lot of things are open in the EXP lane as well. So I'm just, kind of interesting. Like it will be at okay, a jungler, so it will be a Leo mod and a Fanny.
Oh my god, that might be something like maybe that might be mesh draft or maybe something else because it's not often we see the Leo mod onto the EXP or maybe the Fanny onto the EXP, at least onto the tournament. So it might get fixed later on, or maybe they have just proceeded out with the draft. So Godlike also have a lot of chances for like a lot of heroes onto their arsenal as well. Like we already said it out, the Kalia, the Eve, or maybe the EXP could be prioritized out quite earlier on onto the drafting phase, but the Sora has already been banned out. So Romcom might just be taking his time. We do know his
And
signature picks.
Suyu.
It is Suyo is also open actually. Yeah, they can be going out for the Suyo too, considering he has been buffed and he has been quite making a scene onto the meta. Can be more of a priority jungler right now, such like the Leo mod, or we completely forgot about the Guinevere man. She is a flex hero. She can go out onto the room too, but mostly we do see her onto the jungle.
Yeah, it is. And I love the Valentina pick because I was seeing that if they take Eve, you can just have your real manipulation. And as you mentioned, there is a Guinevere. Now, for the last pick in the first picking phase for Megatron Esports, to counteract this, they might go for a gold laner or maybe a mage if they don't want to showcase him, gold card. In the mage, to play against the Valentina, if you pick Zaytin, you're gonna give your Fury of the Phoenix. If you pick any Eve, you're gonna give the RWM. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So you have to be very careful, if you're gonna pick Mage, and also if you go for Kalea, which we are saying consistently. I think what I have seen from the last matches, Team Gordon usually go for Rome in the second picking phase. So if they wanna, choke out Art, they might get Kale or the Grok and ban out the either of the hero that is left. So it is a very good position to pick out a roamer here. So I'm kind of confused right now what they're gonna pick here. What do you think, Ithami?
Maybe they will just be prioritizing out the roamer, or the jungler position is still kind of questionable for me because I'm not sure like where the Leo mod is going to be heading in on to the gold lane maybe, or maybe onto the EXP lane, or maybe they are just taking their time with the
But
draft.
how
The
about
drop is still open. Yeah,
Fanny Golden? How about Fanny Golden?
maybe. Maybe like before fighter meta was mostly prioritized, but right now, like onto the recent patch, the marksman emblem has also been adjusted. And if you pick out a Suyo, we can also go out with the marksman emblem because of the endurance that can give you out with because of the marksman emblem as well. So fighter golden right now is kind of questionable except for the Freya. So I think Megatron Esports as well, they are taking the time with the draft. So let's just wait and watch onto that. A lot of priority picks are still open. Actually, the EXP could be more of a priority for the side of Team Godlike, or maybe Megatron Esports will continue with the bans onto the EXP lane too, onto the second banning phase.
Well, actually, and also there are plenty of options that we have here. I think there might be a little bit pause, I guess, because I think it's just taking too much time to have that last pick for the first picking phase. But you know what, let's just discuss the multi possibilities that we have in this draft. If obviously let's just taking into consideration this Fanny is going to the jungle. Leomord can be a flex, but I think against a Claude, to play Leomord, you got to be very very fast enough. And for this
Guinevere. I think that might be a jungler because I have generally seen people going opting out for Guinevere whenever there is a Leo mod against them. But I think Fredden is all well could have been a very good choice as well, considering the fact that you have to face against a Fanny. But you have the 3 second stun that Violet Requiem gives you with a spatial migration combination with this Guinevere. So I think there are plenty of possibilities. So what do you guys have to say about it? In the chat also, guys. Thank you for joining in.
Your team is banning.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So we got our information about what happened. Yeah, that was a kind of a bug. Fanny got I think disconnected. So Claude and Leomord pick will be same. Rest other things cannot. It will be changed. So we will be back, I guess. Soon, I think. Okay, Thami.
Yeah,
Claude and Leomord is there. The pick is there. So what changes will either the team do for the next draft?
I guess maybe Godlike have already revealed out the cards, so they might just stick with the Guinevere as well as the Valentina for the next phase, or maybe they will just be changing it out. And yeah, the Fanny was kind of, let's say, disconnection from his side, so it does happen sometimes. And considering the fact that the weather has been changing a lot onto the northeast as well as onto the other regions, so that might be the reasons why internet has been a bit unstable. So we will be fixing it, and we will be back with the clean what do you call it, we will be back with the clean drafting phase as soon as possible. The Claude as well as the Leo mode is going to be the same. Rest of the heroes are going to be replaced by other heroes, or maybe the picks will be remaining the same, but the draft has been restarted, and both of the heroes will still be the priority, as well as the first banning phases heroes will still be the same. So in my opinion, right now, Godlike can still stick out with the Guinevere as well as the Valentina, because Valentina is kind of like a answer to the Leo mode with the copied Phantom Steed. So early game wise as well, she can be using it for her advantage, as well as trying to steal the objectives from the side of the Megatron Esports. So that could be quite of a priority. And Guinevere, of course, is she is known for her pickoffs, and early game wise, without even her itemizations, she can deal out decent amount of damage onto the early game before she gets the semi tank built onto her side.
Hmm.
So pickoffs wise, Godlike has already have that kind of a composition. And considering the Valentina is also there, and the pick has been changed out, instead of the Fanny, it is going to be the Hilda. So I have a prediction, Tolski. Maybe this might be a dangerous grass map. That's why the Hilda was prioritized, or they just wanted to go for it.
Yeah, so I think it's already been. I think we're gonna see some change here from Gordel as well. I think now the graph has been into continuation. So I'm gonna ask our viewers also. So what do you guys think?
Oh,
The
there you
Hilda
go.
has been the Hilda has been picked. Also, I think there might be a possibility, as you mentioned, it is a Rangers grass map. You have the Hilda here, so I think Khalid might pop up. There is the Eve and a Lapu Lapu in the first picking phase. As I mentioned, that Art loves to go, roam into the second picking phase, and also look at the Valentina. So you know what? I was watching today AP Brand matches, so they prioritized Valentina as the first pick because they knew that Eve is going to come into the opposition. And that real manipulation that Valentina did was actually paving the waves in the team fight. So it's going to be very, I would say, very very difficult to not give that RWN to Valentino, because Valentina players are generally like that, just keep it in the bush and just copy it, because being a Valentine player myself, I think I can I just do that only. Meanwhile, you can see in the second banning phase there's a Fanny ban as well, because you don't want to give the Fanny to Van, also a Harith ban. So they're
Yeah.
choking out the gold lane, they're choking out the jungling. So what do you guys
Go,
what do you think, Tami?
Gold lane is getting prioritized onto the ban section this time, and of course, like the Fanny has not been available from the side of Team Megatron Esports. Definitely, they don't want to give Van out one of his heroes. And Godlike, the composition is mostly reliant onto the comfort picks as well as onto the meta. But Lapu Lapu is kind of a hero. Like if the user is able to excel onto it, then the Lapu can be used onto his full potential. And we do know like how comfortable Romcom is with the Lapu. So They banned out the Yuzhong, so no problem. They still got the Lapu onto their hands. He can just dive in with his ultimate, and he can
Kalia
make the
ban.
plays as well as just uh, onto the main neutral objectives. When it comes to the turtle fights,
Mm.
once he gets the level 4, he can be a lot contributing right from there.
Yep, actually. So this, sometimes net happens. I think,
The night sky
as you
tells
mentioned,
our
that
team
they have the Kalia pick open, but now it's already banned. Now okay, there's Esma ban as well. You don't want to give away Esma into the XP against the Lapu and Eve. So that's a pretty much good ban right there. Now I think
Definitely.
Megatron Esports have what picks they have left. Not what picks, but what meta picks they have left. Because I'm potentially seeing a Suyu against this Leopard, maybe a Fredrin if you go for that. But let's just see what Megatron Esports is going to pick here, because I think there might be a possibility they go for the gold and save the other pick for the later, the EXP pick for the later. Maybe they go EXP and pick the gold at last, because carry is banned, and you don't want to give away. I mean, you don't want to give away the good heroes to the other side as well. So I think that might be a EXP pick this time. And let's just see. Okay, there is the Alice right
Oh,
there. They want to go for a diving composition because they got this Hilda, which is going to be very nuisance if you're gonna face against. So against this Hilda, will Art go Hylos or will Art go Grok, because Grok is also open, because now they have two divers, so they need a disruptor, because this Lapu Lapu is going to go inside with his bravest fighter of them all. So I'm kind of thinking what Team Gordel has for these two picks. What cards have they left?
yep, absolutely. And Gordel still has the Grok for their side. So maybe they will just be going out for the Grok. Or maybe they already have the zonings and they might not just prioritize it yet. But as you have said, against the Leo mod, it's probably going to be a
Your
Suyo
team is
or maybe something
Fredrin.
else. Yeah, like the Fredrin, because Fredrin will be providing the crowd control as well as the taunt will be coming up. And for the damage, there is the Claude already Fate. Once he gets the farm as well as the Trinity, he will be able to dish out enough damage that would be able to melt the Megatron Esports as well. And okay, interesting enough, they went
Yeah,
out for
Khalid.
the
Yeah.
Guinevere and the Khalid. Like you were saying, like if it's a dangerous grass, Hilda is definitely coming up, and there is a possibility that they will be prioritizing the Khalid too. And there you go, the
Mm.
Khalid has been picked up.
Yeah, I was thinking, there's just no one counter to have against a Hilda. Either you go full burst to burst down that Hilda, but usually what we do in ranks doesn't come in this in tournaments, because here it's very much team fight focused combination. So you counter that high roaming potential, high rotation potential with high rotation potential yourself, because Khalid and Hilda, just there's one benefit for Hilda, that this is going to be her home ground with the grasses. And for Khalid, it might be less of a sustain of a match and more of a map rotation of a match. But I love this Guneva pick, because I think in the starting phase, Hilda is quite not too much tanky. You can get her into spatial migration and just one and requiem her out of out of your way, and you can go for the turtle fight in the first picking phase. But just wait and see how this is gonna fold, because the drafting wise, and I saw the last pick Moscow. I usually call Moscow. This. You know what, Yatami? My main hero this season is Moscow. When I call Moscow the Baghi, because his gameplay is just like the Baghi. Just throw your spear of destination. Oh, sorry, spear of destruction, and just teleport into the backline, and you can kill all of them. So I'm loving this Moscow pick as well, but it is going to be a highly, highly competitive into the gold lane, because both our marksmen are dependent on their ability to get that 4 items quickly, the boots and the 3 trinity. So it's going to be awesome into the gold lane. I love this Moscow pick just because of my personal preference, not because of the draft. But draft is also pretty looking solid for both the teams. Let's just see which team will have the upper hand into the first game of this best of 3 series. So here we are, we will entering into the land of dawn, guys. I will skill your cast strike. And along with Ithami, this is going to the first match between Gordel and Team Megatron Esport, with our team starting with a standard rotation. I will take a brief moment of your guys, and please we'll have a request for you guys to like, share, subscribe the stream before this game actually have some fights, because the yesterday match, it was so fun to watch. I think this is going to be more fun to watch than yesterday. Yes, Ithami.
Absolutely. And already the pokings is coming up onto the hill. There's the first blood. already being drawn. Art is the one who gets the kill, and Van was the one who came up with the spatial migration right on time. And yup, even if you are a Hilda, you do have the healings, you will be having the revitalize, but if you're not under the bush, you will be having the disadvantage too, and it definitely showed up. Heaney is already quite low. He does has the flicker, and he will just be forced to go back, but Gordel already with the banger of the start. Let's say it was only onto the rumor, but it was no less onto the 45 seconds, and already getting the kill onto the Hilda is kind of a statement for now. And of course, this Moscow pick, we are seeing it quite onto the MPL PH as well. It was Demonic PH, if I'm not wrong. Savero was the one who picked it, and it actually didn't work out. But I feel like the Marksman Emblem buff has got one of the reasons why Moscow has been starting to get prioritized out once again onto this patch. So the level 4 mark will be there as soon as possible. The turtle will be spawning onto the next 15 seconds. Gordel already having more of a map control. They are trying to zone out the EXP as much as possible, but it looks like Megatron Esports will be the one trying to contest out the turtle first. But there might be a gank onto the mid.
Yeah, that might be a little bit skirmish right there into the mid lane, but I think now that it's time for the first turtle dance, and the turtle is up. Already 4 people are into the position. Meanwhile, we can see a slight poking coming from the E.
Oh.
There is the spatial migration. Phantom Street is also there. Real manipulation from this Valentina. Getting a kill onto that at a trade-off from the side of Team Megatron Esports at 2 for 2. SOD misses out. And there is a Claude that is coming into the team fight right now. Will he be using BMI? And 2 people will get down there from Fate. And that's a huge trade-off coming in from the Gordel. And that will be 4-2 scoreline right now. And the trade-off is going into the benefits for the side of Team God L. And that's a turtle kill as well from that Van. Yes, he didn't have the retreat, but will secure it. And will also secure the micro, I would say, a creep as well. And might go for the red buff as well. I don't think so. He will go and he will back off. That's a good micro play coming in from that, this Van.
Definitely, and he did went out onto the top, uses his blazing duet as well as gets the kills, does his job and goes back onto his lane. So laning wise as well, Fate is having the advantage onto here compared to Lucum, of course, and he was not able to connect onto the SOD. Maybe that was one of the reasons why he didn't was able to contribute onto that team fight, and Gordel was the one who got the advantage. So Turtle already going out for the side. A good start for Gordel. They were able to trade it out with 2 trade, but it was just Art as well as Romcom falling. So the main carries, or let's say the ones with the higher gold, could be more of a priority for the side of Team Megatron Esports onto the next upcoming team fights. And it would be better, instead of just taking out the fights, they are just hoping that they are able to equalize onto the farm as well.
Yep, actually. And also I would like to see some itemization for both side of team. Right now, that was as I said, you could just, use your early game advantage, use your spatial migration on this Hilda. She has also brought that flicker. I think could have bought the purifier as well. Brought it, but you know what? What's done is done already. Now we can see there's a potential gank into the bot lane. SOD connects, trying to escape from that. But there is a stun from Lucum as well. Real manipulation from that Valentina. Okay, but there was the BMI to escape. Nobody falls down and nobody holds there. So I think that will be a very good save from Moscow. And also, yes, now I can see itemization because it's already 4 or 5 minutes mark. There is the DHS right now. And if we see gold to gold matchup, it's approximately 1k farm difference and DHS is not there. Both have gone for the warrior boots. I would like to see, okay, the Romcom brushed that. Okay, there is a special migration into the mid lane. Romcom was just there, but there is a flicker. That's the bravest fighter of them all. Will go in for the Valentina, but will have to fall back for now. There's a blazing do it. No, Grimmer falls down, and there is a potential. That's a good sustain coming in from the Talus, and will fall back for now. And they will be positioned for this turtle. They will have that upper advantage. Will they go for it? And there is a Fate as well. Look at the Moscow going into the top lane. He has his SOD, so he can come anytime he wants. If that SOD connects, the turtle is quite too low. Van is not into the position. Will be coming from the cloud. There is Quick Sand Guard is there, but there's a Phantom Street as well. We have to go. That's a goated ultimate coming in from the Art. There's a real manipulation as well. And there's a spatial migration getting stunned. Too long of a fight. And okay, I'm just seeing Heaney has that ultimate of Khalid. Okay.
He did copy the Raging Sandstorm in order to just initiate onto the team fight, but unfortunately it didn't happen for this team fight. And it will be Van getting the turtle as well as Fate getting the bot tower. So the lead is extending with the three for none trades for the side. So it's just going out for the fact that they're not able to capitalize onto the team fights that is happening. Even if Megatron Esports are coming up with the initiations, they do have Sid for the sustain, but I think Claude getting the DHS way too early, as well as having the farm difference, is definitely showing up. Super Ken will be just going. Oh, it's not Super Ken, it's Super M. He will be just going back. Doesn't have much of an HP, but there's the initiation.
There is the real manipulation and spatial migration. There is a zoning out coming to go back right now. This Haney and Fate just trying to get some. I think that he was supposed to do just scaring them away because he doesn't have the ultimate. So that's a good mind play coming in from that Fate as well. And also, I'm thinking that team Megatron Esport now have to wait for the power spike of the Moscow to play against either of the team. Look at the golden stuff is also there, so that's going to hurt right now to the Hilda. And Hilda has opted for he has opted for radiant armor just because this it's kind of annoying to she
Uh-oh.
can't have that
Van?
sustainability. But meanwhile, we can see Van quite too low. SOD connects. Spatial migration will take down the trade of the Judas. No. Judas didn't fall right now, but look at that, where it is. That's the Rom-Com
no.
coming in with the bravest fighter. Will use the flicker as well. We can see there's a quicksand guard as well. And now there will be a bit that will fall down for now, but look at the position the Super IM is it right now. It's not a very good position. You have to run away for your life, but look at the art. Will be coming with it with the sand skateboard. And right now he is just too alone and he will also fall down. Look at the DHS damage, man. How can you sustain it? And that's a killing spree for the Rom-Com. For 3 trade, I suppose. I think that was 4 trade. Judas just, survived, not, just resurrected, I guess.
Yeah, and for now, like the third turtle already being spawned should be a perfect turtle for the side of Team Godlike if they are able to take it down. But instead it is going to be the 8-minute lord that will be spawning up. They won't be contesting it out for it anymore. They already have the lead for the side, almost over 6k, and it is still extending considering the fact it is Team Godlike who are having the advantage when it comes out onto the team fights. SOD once again misses out onto the top lane. Neomod was trying to initiate onto Rom-Com, but he is not able to do so. And looks like Van will be wasting no more time, trying to go out for the Lord as soon as possible. There's the gank onto the mid, but Haney will be able to escape. Has the real manipulation, but won't be using it out anytime soon. Looks like this might be an uncontested Lord for the side of Team Godlike.
Yep, and that's look at that. Look at the turret difference because right now all in first turret. Okay, there is a very beautiful kill coming from the side of Team Godel. Did you see the synchronization of the ultimates that they just did? That's RWM was on point. Khalid, he's just enjoying in his skateboard, the sand skateboard. You just see how the team Megatron Esports will have to defend this, but right now Van has bought his Winter Crown, and that's a tier 2 down into the bottom lane side. Mid is also open. We can see the top lane just trying to defend. Judas will use Phantom Steed in the top lane. There is an Oracle, I think, might be supposed to go chastise somebody. You need a chastise for this Claude. Also, you need some anti-heal as well, but for now, I think you can work with Valentina. Chastise Paul run is needed for this Claude. Waiting for that Moscow power spike. Lucum, I think he needs at least 5 minutes into this game to dash out some damage either to the art or somebody else's. But there's an RWM with the Haney. Will she use it? She's just getting too much poke down. There's RWM, but there's a Phantom Steed as well onto the bed. Bed is not even flinching from the damage of this, but look at who is just inside. This is going to be the Rom-Com that will fall down. Not the Rom-Com, I suppose it. That's a SOD right there. That's ultimate from Alice, but not enough. Sustain will fall down from the hands of Bed. Bed quite too low. Okay, that was a Cloud. And no, that's a desperate kill coming in from Super. I will be getting punished by Fate. And there's a blazing duet into the backline. Valentina survived for now. There is the Moscow that's trying to defend the base. We can see there potentially, I would say, a bottom lane inhibitor is gone. I think so many turrets has been down in this first lot push.
Yep, and it's the inhibitor as well from the bot just falling down. And I guess the SOD actually played its job right now. He was able to just dive on onto the backline and mark one. So somehow, some way, Megatron Esports are able to buy some time for their side, but the Lord will be spawning onto the next minute. And the thing with the side of Team Megatron Esports is Lukham is the only one who can actually keep up with the farm. But looking at the itemizations as well as the farm difference, it is still Fate actually who has almost completed his full build, and he is going out for his final item. Could be anything, but there's the stun on to Art is all alone. Is able to escape once again. Raging Sandstorm comes up, but he won't be able to survive. But there's the initiation as well as the team fight coming up. Blazing Duet once
There's a
again.
blazing duet, just finish it off that Moscow, bigger kill, and that's a thorn of ruin for the desperate times. But you know what? You will fall down for now, but that's a good spatial migration. I think he has that Violent Requiem, but I don't think so. He's gonna use it on the Hilda now. Never mind. I think he just used it on into the Hilda. That's too much sustain coming in from the Hilda, but we can see the into the base. They are just getting surrounded into the base. There is a Fate that is getting his hands onto the top inhib as well. Now only the crystal is left. There is a Romcom who will go in with the bravest fighter. There's a Vinchant as well. Unstoppable for the Spirit Blazing Duet onto that Valentina. Quite too low. Henny will fall back for now. Survives the day. Just barely. We can see locking down the base. Art is also there. Will be using his Raining Sandstorm. Look at that spatial migration. A freeze combination as well. Monster kill. And now there is just the crystal left. I think this is the GG's for Megatron Esports. And this first game will go towards the team Godhead.
Definitely. And for this team, it is going to be Godlike who will be taking the match point for this side. And in my prediction, Bid should be the MVP. And yep, that is going to be Bid who will be taking the MVP onto the eve for the side of Team Godel. Fate did fall off once, and maybe it kind of affected him onto that. But never mind. It's just the fact that Godel were able to take the victory for the first game, and they are able to get the match point for now. So Megatron Esports are 1 point behind, and they need to pull it up onto the second game in order to still survive onto this tournament. So this is a best of three series, like we have already mentioned it out. And initiations as well as the game analysis wise, I think Godel, who had the advantage right from the start because of the early game skirmish as well as the early game trades they already got, because of most of the majority of the neutral objectives they got two turtles, and instead of going out for the third, they just waited out for the 8 minute lot, tried to end the game as soon as possible, and they were able to do it. So for the second one, they didn't actually wait it out for the second lot. So they just waited for the opportunity that they will be able to gank it up onto that, making sure Lukham will not be getting the farm onto the Moskov. They did make sure that the SODs were actually, it was not actually up to the point that he will be joining onto the team fights with the Spear of Destruction, especially onto the first turtle. Maybe the scenario would have been quite different, or maybe because of the farm difference, he will just be have him falling down and Fate getting the kills onto the turtle trade. The double was, let's say, the one thing that actually impacted Megatron Esports right from there. And it just went downfall for the side. And if the Moscow actually got the farm, then maybe the scenario would have been different. But it's just onto an if. Godlike with the perfect game. And this time, the game number 2 is coming up. So this time, Megatron Esports are the one who will be having the first big advantage.
First
Will
pick.
there be any
Mhm.
respect bans, or maybe the heroes which were picked out from the side of Team Godlike getting banned out this time?
This time I might think that they might go for their Claude priority pick themselves. But you know what? Where did they lose the match? When the Fate SOD misses for the first turtle gang and Fate was already there and getting the double kill with onto that Alice as well as a Hilda onto the top lane red bush side from the to the sides of the to the side of this Megatron Esports map. That's where he got his momentum, and Team Megatron Esports fails to shut him down. They didn't have that enough snowball for that Leomor to shut Team Godel's Fate down. So you just gotta wait for it. You know what? Can you forget that as you got the MVP with that Eve, and I can see Eve ban right there. Eve just being a menace into the early game, just giving out that damage to that Hilda. It was and getting that first blood into the early game has also paved the way for the team Gordel to get the early momentum. Now did you see they are banning Zushin? I think Zushin is also kind of not like he's just getting banned. It's not open for in any match, I guess. And also now the Eve is banned. Now the two bans are left for both the side of teams. I'm thinking again, Goddard will go for the classic Bakshia ban and some Mage or maybe some Freya. What do you have to say about the Megatron esport? They ban the Eve. What do you think what is going to come next?
They might just ban out the Eve this time and just go out for the bans that did happen onto the first game, or they might just stick on onto the, let's say, the classic draft, or just go out with a Lapu Lapu ban is kind of unexpected, or maybe they will just be repeating it out with the Yuzhong ban. If the Yuzhong is still open, then definitely I have a feeling that Romcom is going to be picking it for his side. And Megatron Esports as well, they are taking their time when it comes out onto the banning phase. So it leaves out a lot of heroes still open, and there you go. The Yuzhong is not going to be open onto this series probably, and the Yuzhong is not going to be going on onto the hands of Romcom. So Godlike, they will be banning out the classic Freya. Let's say Freya, most of the matches I've casted, majority of the times, she is mostly onto the ban section, and if she is not, she has the potential to go on onto the first pick as well. But there are some cons for the Freya too. But I guess most of the teams, they are not familiar with the fact that they are how they are going to be dealing out with the Freya. So they are just taking the safer choice and just banning it out, which is completely justified in my opinion, because even after the nerfs, she still feels really strong.
I'm
Your team
born
is
with
banning.
talent.
Yep, she is a strong opponent to face into the gold lane side. And I think they are potentially Megatron Esports now. I think the first picking phase, they will potentially get their hands onto some uh, for some Claude. I'm thinking because they haven't banned the Claude and Godel. I think they are pretty confident that they can actually counter that Claude and might not ban Claude, might ban the Bakshia, or maybe they will ban out the Claude themselves and then don't want to give away the Claude to the Megatron Esports right now. Still, one potential ban is left. Might be a ban for the roaming side as well. We still don't like. I don't know like which kind of a map it is right now. So I think there might be a possibility it might be a dangerous glass this match also this match because the last match was a clouds or maybe expanding rivers. If there is expanding rivers, you have the potential to
Your team
to
is
go
banning.
and roam around map. I would say freely, I guess. And right now, the first pick is with the Megatron Esports. Might go for the Cloud. Okay, they went for the Sora and got to ban the
It
Sora.
was
This time
opened
they
up.
didn't ban the Sora this time. Sora is away. I think Valentina might be in the EXP site, or maybe I haven't seen Romcom play Valentina in the EXP. Have you seen it?
I did
No,
cure
not yet.
pain.
Not yet, actually.
Come on,
But
come on, come
as you
on.
said,
Let
as you said,
Valen.
Valentina is a really good answer. When it goes out on, oh my God, Valentina actually does come up, but we are not sure where she will be
Yeah,
heading.
there's a
And I
YSS.
was about to mention out the Oasis as well. It's not a jungle Oasis, in my opinion. It's most probably going to be going on with the gold lane combined with the flicker. So he has been working out really well onto the gold when he uses our flicker, and he just is able to get enough farm that will be able to burst down opponents when it comes out using out the mountain shocker and just doing out your combos. So the one adjustment Vices recently got was the passive speed has been increased a lot. So it helps you out with the farming as well as helps you out in last hitting the minions as well. So it is, let's say,
Your
what do you
team
call it
is
in Hindi?
banning.
एक तीर से दो निशाने kind of type, kind of a thing.
Yes.
So
Killing two birds with one
Megatron,
stone.
absolutely, and Megatron Esports went out with the Khalid this time instead of Godlike, and they traded out the Kimi as well. Sora was banned out previously, and Kimi was still open, so they decided out the
Fight for
Kimi.
the
So
ultimate
I
Your team
think
answer.
is banning.
Kimi right now, in terms of the draft, I would say Megatron Esports as well. They are doing a brilliant job. It's just the execution is not just coming up onto the point. I guess it's a trade this time, a Khalid for the Hilda.
And you have given Hilda to, I think, one of the best users in India to the Hilda. That's the art. It's very artistic to see how art plays his Hilda.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of very good rhyming, by the way. Huh? I'm just a good, I know. I'm just kidding. Meanwhile, we can see there's the second banning phase right up, and In the second banning phase, I'm thinking that they might prioritize a jungler ban because the jungler hasn't been picked into the Megatron esports. They have the Sora, might have the flex here for the Viases as well as the Sora. Sora might go into the gold lane. I mean, the Viases go into the gold lane, so we don't know for sure where the Viases and the Sora will go. But preferably, majority times Sora would like to go for the EXP. A Harith ban straight away coming in from the Gordle. They don't want to give away the gold option to Lucum, I suppose. And maybe this is a respect ban. I don't know whether which this Lucum signature hero is Harith. They just don't want to open out the Harith because Harith is kind of a menace to play against. If you have a Hilda, if Harith gets his core item, it's kind of a pain to sustain that much of a damage coming from the Chrono Dash as well as his first ability. Yes. So now I think they have the ban Megatron Esports. So I'm gonna ask our viewers, what do you guys think? What will be the ban here? Just give out your opinions into the comment section, not the comment section, but the chat. I'm also there. I will see how you guys think. Meanwhile, I'm thinking that there might be a possible gold lane ban coming from the side of Team Megatron Esports because if the virus is into the gold, it's kind of a pain. Okay, that's a Phobius ban. Okay.
Maybe they have predicted the fact that they will still be going out for the mobility, so they just decided to ban out the Phobius, or maybe let's just say that is one of the signature picks of Romcom. So they just decided to respect ban it out.
Every pick is signature,
Nah, it's mostly like whenever I see or cast Romcom's matches or Godlike's matches, he mostly prioritize out the three heroes, that is the Lapu, Yuzhong, as well as the Phobius. So that is like one of the reasons why he is well known as one of the best EXPs too. But Megatron Esports as well, like I've already said it out, on in terms of the draft, they are doing out really brilliant. And it's all onto the execution that is not coming up onto the point onto the series. So that is the reason why they are coming up a little bit short. So still, Megatron has the last pick onto their sides. Gold laner could be the priority, or maybe they will just be agreeing with the fact that the Vices is just going to be going on to the gold lane, and there you go, the Fanny has been banned out. Jungler was still open, and that is a safer choice. You don't want to give one of his signature heroes, and Godlike will be having the pick for their side. What they will be going with, Leomord is still open, and there are other options as well. The Guniver is still there. The Suyo is banned out. So maybe something off from the meta, maybe like a respect, not a comfortable kind of a pick like a Joy, or they will just be picking out with the heroes that they are comfortable with the team fight composition. Yeah.
Yes. Now you mentioned Joy. I think last game, that Gordel played against Team K9, the Joy was getting banned. And right now they were picking Lucas. Okay, I just kept my hopes high. Come on, man, Gordel, you make my hopes shattered. Come on. She also did like that. just kidding, guys.
Nah.
So Megatron Esports, right now they have the last two picks. I'm thinking that they might go. They gave away the Valentina, so Lucas is there. So you don't want to give away Valentina either. So much of ultimates. You already have the cloud and the torrent and the thunder form of this Luffy that is of Sora. So right now in the jungling, they banned out the Suyu. That is left is Leomord or Fredrin. If you go Fredrin, okay, wait. That's a Vias's gold, I suppose. I don't want to see a Lucas into the gold because that should be a jungler into the Lucas. So as far as we can see jungler to jungler matchup and to the gold to gold matchup, gold you can go for Claude. I think Claude will be a good pick here. Carry is also open. So let's see how they folds. Okay. That's going to be Sora gold. That's going to be Sora gold. Esma EXP. I was thinking that they might go, pull out something unusual, and there it is. But right now they are heavily dependent on the skimmy. So what Team Gordel right now needs is a diver. And if you know what I'm thinking, there might be a Lapu. Because EXP hasn't been picked off. But there's a Valentina. Still, an option is open. If it is a Lapu, Valentina is mid. But if it is not a Lapu, then there is going to the mid. Eve is also open. Right now, they don't have too much of a diver. So I think Eve might be a good pick here as well. So there's plenty of option into this flex kind of a draft.
Yeah, now that I think of it, of course, like flex picks are definitely there. Like we are not so sure that the Vices is actually going on to the gold, but we don't want to see a Lucas EXP. Oh, okay, that is
Lucas EXP.
Oasis. Yep, that is a Vicious Jungle as well as Lucas EXP followed by
Wait,
a
wait, wait.
Golden CC.
Guys,
That was
let's
okay.
hold
That came
our
out of
horses, okay?
syllabus.
Yes, let's hold our horses. CC against Esma, beautiful pick, and let's just hold
Yep.
our horses. I don't know which pick will go there for the team Gordel, but I'm so sure that this Sora is going gold, Esma going EXP, and Fredin obviously jungle. I'm not gonna see a Sora jungle, I suppose. And also, till they are preparing for the drafting, drafting has been done, till they prepare for the battlefield, I was, sweet and short request from all of you guys, kindly like, share, subscribe the stream, and if you go and have a little effort to go and click onto that description box, you will find our social media panels. That's the Instagram, Discord, and everything. Please do follow us also there. Why should you should follow us? Because there is where updates come of this tournament as well as future tournament as well. Why Rayuga Cup season one? Guess I guess not I guess, but it is Rayuga Cup season one, and it has 50k rupees price pool. So guess what? The next one will be a much bigger price pool. So you can get actually win someone's first month salary. So you just gotta wait. But you can see in the top lane, guys, there is already a skirmish. Khalid quite too low. Will have to fall back for now. Flicker is there with Sora, but Sora got caught off guard. Instant
First
respond from the side of from the side of Team Gordon right there. So
And
they just interrupted me what I was saying, but you guys, you guys are very smart. You guys understand what I was trying to say, guys.
and it looks like it's a Esme gold with combined with a CC gold. We were expecting a Sora gold, but instead it's going up against Lucas. So that is something we don't quite see often. There is no marksman for either of the sides, like excluding the YSS. He is a assassin marksman, so he does his job as a jungler as well as he's able to, get the range as well as do the last hit with the passive onto his advantage. So right now, Godlike already has the first blood onto the EXP. So they do have a slight of a lead right now, and they are trying to extend it out before the four mark comes up. And like we were talking about, there's the skirmish still onto the top. Like we were talking about the communities and everything, there is a giveaway also going around. So make sure you're active onto the comment section as well as onto the live chat, so that you will be knowing what are the criteria for the giveaway. So the turtle will be spawning soon. There might be a skirmish on the mid side. There's the fight.
There is the Naruto with the 9 tails going in. Will have the kill of that Khalid. And disengage for now. Will be taking on the first turtle. There is the Bit who has Sora's ultimate. And might go for a
Judas?
torrent form. There is Judas getting the kill. But there is a distraction pulse from Heine. Getting onto the 3 but there's a flicker from Bid onto that cloud form, and there is a hill that is going in with the power of wildness, killing spree for the Bid right now, and that will be it. That's a very good, huge trade off for the side of Team Gordel. Again, they are paving the way in the second game as well, directing where this game should go, have the map control in the early, and will focus on the neutral objectives as fast as they can, because YSS truly depends on his, itemization as well, how much farm he can get from his jungling, because that's how YSS snowball, and I think that's the start has been done. There's a mountain shocker, misses out the super IM, and Van will fall back for now.
Yep, and Godlike still having the lead for the side. That was a dive right there. There's the initiation.
There will be that's Sid, I guess, I suppose,
Yeah.
and he will be using his thunder form and getting the kill of the Hilda. Still has that, muda with him. That's the ultimate of this, this thunder form. We can see there's a possible skirmish into the top lane, just quite too low. Romcom is actually playing so well against that Sora. It's just, if there was a Luffy skin for this, Sid, it would be having a matchup of the century, I guess.
Of course.
But, and even they have the Judas also. The song is also there. But look at that. There is a beast form of this Romcom. Quite too low. Will be fall down, I guess, suppose. But there is a bait. Will be using the cloud form as well. The stand down. 3 people stand. No, I suppose it was 4. And that's a sudden 3 people already down. And the trade-off was there from the Esmeralda to the Romcom. But that seems for totally going towards the Team Gordel right now.
Godel once again getting the trades and once again having the advantage onto that. With that, it's just the hits going out for Fate, and he is able to land up some hits as well. Curtain call comes up, but still the damage is not going to be enough. The turtle has already been spawned, and looks like they might be trying to gank up onto the bot lane. It's not going to be happening anytime soon, but the second turtle is already up. Judas, you need to go back. You don't have the HP, and there's the dive, but he doesn't have the buffs as well. There's the beast, and there's the cloud form coming up from the Sora.
That's a bit Sora, by the way, guys, and that will be a cloud form ultimate, and that's a constant stun from the bit side as well. We can see Godel is just dictating this match right now. There's too much zoning out to that red drain. Not possible to take down any neutral objectives right now. And right now, Team Godel has gained the momentum. I would like to see some itemization. That's going to be the first Radiant armor against, and that's going a Fury hammer as well from the rom-com. There is a book, Enchanted Talisman, a Sky Piercer for Kimi, not even the anti-heal right now. That's a star dust to Art, but nobody holds there. Art is just too much tanky right now. I'm kind of curious for the Sky Piercer as first pick. I think you might have gone for the later because your team isn't having a very good opportunity, and that's Molten Missiles, I suppose, onto that Fredrin. Do Fredrin need that? I think Season Hunter is kind of enough for Fredrin to, dash out damage to that blue buffs.
Yeah, if you're not completing out the curse helmet anytime soon, then Molten Essence right now might not be the option. Fate just goes back. He does have the curtain call, but he won't be using it anytime soon. There's the initiation once again. Im just goes down.
Super IM. I mean, what the hell was that? Come on, man. I mean, your team is already losing, but Mountain Shocker is there. There will be a stun onto that Esmeralda. Lucum is feeling the damage right now coming in from that Van. Van is quite too. I think he has spotted the Sky Piercer as well. There's a Kimi. There is the Muda coming from that Sora, but no. Sid falls down. Not enough damage to take down any people of Team Godel right now, except the Van, of course, because he overextended and he died from, I would say, overextension as well. But that was a very good try coming in from the side of Team Megatron Esports. And we can see the top lane, not in it, but the second tier 2 turret. But there will be Esma, will be clearing out the minions as well. Romcom has the ultimate. Might use it onto anyone right now because we can see the Super Arm quite too low. Not enough tankiness. Sid is also using his cloud form. There is a Haney that is giving out the damage. Art quite too low, but there's a bid as well. Might go in with the Sora ultimate as well. There's a mega kill for the bid. Shut down. Going to the Kimi. We can see there's a Romcom trying to just zone out that Esmeralda. We can see that's a bit just trying to get his kill off. Haney getting the kill off with that Sora Thunder form. And that's a triple. 3 people are already down. Man is right there getting his turtle. Bed quite too low. Will fall down in the hands of Lucum. Lucum is going in. And there's a Mountain Shocker. I think it will go towards the Lucum. But there is too much shield. Art will come to the help. Lucum is quite too low. Overextension for this Judas as well. Giving away the double kill to the Van. And getting his Sky Piercer an extra 20 stacks right there. I mean, you just won out a team fight. Come on, man. That was a little bit of overreaction for a shutdown of the bid.
Yeah, and he did got a shutdown. There's a cloud form once again coming up on to Fate. Uses the vengeance and just goes back. There is the initiation from the Kimi, and this time that will be the overextension. 3 members from the side of Team Megatron Esports just ganking up, trying to take down the goal laner, and they are able to do so. And there's a dive onto him once again. Uses the flicker, just goes back, and that will be it for the fight. But the Lord will be spawning on to the next few minutes. The thing is, Judas is not able to secure his buff, and look at the level difference compared to him as well as Van. It's already showing up because of how much invasion is happening from the side of Team Godel, and looking at the itemizations as well as the farm difference, it is Fate who has the highest gold, and of course he's the gold laner for the side of Team Godel. He will be having it, and looking at most of the itemizations being done, Vices has the Sky Piercer actually. And there's the initiation once again. Terrified. Haney just goes down. And
My
one
god,
by one,
bid.
they are just falling off.
My goat bid, man. What a gameplay he's just showing us. But look at the Van, he has the Mountain
Van.
Shocker. Khalid, it didn't stun the Khalid, he's just too fast for the Mountain Shocker. Because there is a curtain. I know that's not curtain. But that's a Yo-Yo Blade. Raging Sunstorm misses out widely. But there's a Pit going in with the Cloud Form as well. There's a Sid that is also going in with the Cloud Form as well. That's a Bit and the Sid. But the bid is actually proving not little, but a maximum dividends with that Valentina's. Either with the damage output that Valentina has right now, as well as the Sora Ultimate bid is actually providing dividends for his team. Meanwhile, Sid is kind of I would say, he just kind of a lacking in terms of that, the set potential that he has with that Sora. I mean, original is original, bro. I think you can do it, bro. But I think that IMU from bed is actually quite insane. Whenever he needs it, he uses it with very patiently, and just just get that kills whenever his team is losing. He just goes in with the thunder form. But
Oh,
there is the cloud form from the Sid, but I think he didn't get anyone. There is the top lane inhibits. It's also quite too low. Already 12 minutes. It's not even 12 minutes, and all the shield is already gone, and not a single turret is touched by from the side of team Godels. So it's going to be tough for Megatron Esport to defend this lord, I
yeah.
guess.
It's only the inhibitors as well remaining for the side, so the defense is definitely going to be tough. And considering how much bid is copying out Sid's ultimate, there's this. Oh, it won't be connecting the Kimmy's ult as well. There are some initiations, but still they are not over committing onto any team fight. They are just waiting for bid to do the initiation, maybe with the cloud or maybe with the thunder form. The lane syncing is also quite up to the point. Potentially this could be the last fight, or it will depend upon how well Megatron Esports are able to defend it. But there you go, Lucum just goes down.
There is the 5-man set. There's a raging sandstorm as well into the inhib, and no, it was supposed to be a good appraisal as well, but a triple kill going to the van. Too much of a damage, not enough damage coming from the side of team Megatron Esports. Van going in for the maniac, and he will get his hand over onto that maniac, and there it is, man. Maniac into the black and white animation. And guys, guess what? This best of three series of the quarterfinals lower bracket has been won by Team Gordel by utter domination to Team Megatron Esports.
Absolute menacing man, and bid with the MVP once again onto the Valentina, just
My
making
God.
sure he gets Sid's ultimate and he just initiates or maybe just fights with the cloud as well as maybe or onto the thunder form, and he was able to do the job perfectly. And not to mention Van's maniac as well onto the, let's say, onto the final phases. And the thing is, like, we mostly don't see YSS prioritizing out the Skypiercer, but he just definitely, like, he just went for it and he was able to get the kills onto that too. But still, it is going to be Bid who will be taking the MVP, and of course, Godlike with the dominating performance compared to the first game as well. This was cleaner, and I would say, like, synergy wise, Gordel are still trying to keep up with the momentum, even if they were kind of losing it out onto the recent tournaments that were happening. But I still feel if they are able to keep up with the pace, then there is still some good chance. But for the side of Team Megatron Esports, they will be clean swept onto this round and they will be eliminated from the tournament. Regardless, I would say draft wise as well as onto the execution, they fell up a little bit short, but it is okay. You still made your way onto the top eight, and considering there were a lot of competitions, you guys are still onto the map and you guys are still getting recognized. So the I hope Megatron Esports as well continues improving onto the next upcoming tournaments as well as onto the next upcoming events too. So Solski, any more thoughts regarding the series?
I mean, that was wonderfully played. However, just will be giving my thanks to, not thanks, but actually respect to Team Megatron Esports, because you have come this far into this tournament. It's not quite a joke, because many of the people, like many people didn't even try. You come into this tournament, you came this far. It's not a joke. So you have my respect. But you know what? Team Godel just was slightly better today, so they will be moving on to the further rounds. And unfortunately, you guys have to go home for now. But remember, you can still try again, because I'm a big fan of never giving up, because I'm a big fan of John Cena, or maybe the Asta, wherever you think your reference takes you. And I'm very good friends with you. One of your not manager, but I think one of the guys who supports you once. He supports you like hell. So shout out to Megatron Esports for making it to this quarterfinals of this lower bracket, and shout out to my guys as well, Team Gordel. They played just really well. So I think this was it for today, guys. I, Solski, along with Itami, will take our leave with from you tonight. Before that, we go. Please like, share, subscribe the stream. Shout out to all the people who have joined us. I can see a few of the people in the chat. So there is Malswam also, and I can't speak this name because it's kind of a difficult LZ Lagat. Okay, never mind. So thank you for joining us. Please, guys, take care. Please, you guys should take care of yourselves because you all are a very beautiful soul. I, Solski, along with Itami, will take our leave. So have a safe and a good night.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my mom life, sending no rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger. You're stronger. I know you don't love me like you say you do. I know you don't love me like you say you do. I know you don't love me like you say you do.
Casting on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regret. I've become a little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I'm on my own, alone, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving.